This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today we're here at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, set to bring you all the action out on the course. Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
First and foremost, Rich is going to be the host of the 2015 US Open, but it's a true links golf course designed by Robert Trent Jones II. Breathtaking views of the Puget Sound, as well as the Olympic Mountains on a clear day.
Frank, you think of links golf, you think of Scotland, the home of golf. Links in the state of Washington?
That's right, and it is a true links too. Wide fairways. You're going to have a little bit of imagination today as well, because when this golf course plays firm and fast, you've got to play the bump and run, and you will need a ton of variety of shots around the greens. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Now the approach here at hole number 1, and Frank, what are we looking at?
Well, semi-blind, but it's fine. You know, just a little peek and you can see what's in front of you. Really no bunkers down the left side. If you do miss down there, a little chip back up the hill, but it's a big enough green.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Blixt now ready for his third shot. This is a cross-country special. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Wow, I thought he made that. Frank, that's disappointing. You like to get out of the gates with a par.
Yeah, this is where a convenient memory would certainly help. It's no snack, though. Good read, good line, well played.
So a tester from 4 feet. So, 2 over early. Just a little tap in here. That is disappointing. She just hit it a bit too long.
Well, we forget really how well ladies swing the club at times too. They have the same problems that men do. You hit it too well, it's not going to stop.
Frank, not overly long, but still a pretty good spot and in the fairway.
Yeah, that's in that 280 mark. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Now this second shot from 170 yards. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Frank, better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that looked like it was headed for that thick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. But then I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Second shot now for Keegan Bradley.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Frank, what do you think about this approach shot here at the second at Chambers Bay?
If you've driven it down the right side, you have a much better view of the green, better access to the flag when it's on the back left. You really want to just avoid that little bunker that cuts in on the right side, and there's a little sort of gut on that left side of the green, where that sort of collects the ball.
So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through.
Well, double par here. Time to pick up and move on. This would give him a big momentum boost. Birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. This one just requires a little bit of focus. To 1 over par early on in this round. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Get down. Lay down. That one was running so high. Headed for the bunker? Well, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
Frank, he has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Good effort and good par putt. One of the game's most lovable characters, Miguel Angel Jimenez, has this for par. 1 over for the day. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, standing here on the 4th tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the 2 previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard. I'm loving that balance.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Frank, at this, the highest level of the game, the margins are so razor thin between winning and losing. It becomes about not wasting shots, and I think that's why players really enjoy stroke play.
I think you hit the nail on the head, Rich. That's why the best players, they want every shot to count, and the best format of golf that requires that is stroke play. In match play, you can get away with a big number. In stroke play, they want it to be a body of work, every single shot adding to the score.
Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a greenside bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sand wedge. Amazing. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
Settles in over the putt. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Jonas attempting this for par. Has his par. Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey. So with that, 1 over par. Well, Frank, here at the 5th, and I'm not sure about my chances at a hole that's called free fall. I mean, are you kidding?
Well, should be free fall for you, that's for sure, and free fall for a lot of people playing it today. Hole looks straight away, but you'll see it starts to pinch in, that fairway that is, by bunkers left and right, and those bunkers come in exactly where you're trying to hit your tee shot.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
long and straight.
That's how you do it. Bradley's a New Englander, huge Red Sox and Patriots fan. Actually hangs, get this, he hangs with Michael Jordan. He doesn't hang in the air like MJ could, but he hangs on the golf course with the hoops legend.
Are you saying he's big time?
He is. You hang with Michael Jordan, yeah, you're big time. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Third shot, Keegan Bradley. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Third shot, looking for a good one. This is a cross-country special. Might be. Could be. Perfect roll right there.
Anything other than a rookie. Great stroke.
Getting set now over the putt.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Every once in a while you're reminded this is a pretty hard game.
That was evidence.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for bogey. Just a tap in to finish the hole. So 2 over par for the round. That is a double bogey. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right, but find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par 4s. So good drive here, just a short iron in.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through.
Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. The second shot now to the par 4. He'll be pretty happy with that one, about 20 feet away in a good spot. Second from an excellent lie. Good swing, good shot yet again. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Oh, do that. What a putt. 21 feet from pay dirt. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And he's putting for par now. Rolls in the par putt, stays at +2. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
A huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hummocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that.
Excellent looking shot here.
nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Second shot.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really, the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That will be a great look at birdie. Here's an exciting young player, Jonas Blixt, now with his approach shot. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That's all he wanted to do there.
Yeah, it's touch. And when you think from that distance, chances of making are almost none. So to guarantee a two-putt, well done.
That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Settles in over the putt. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. A birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. Makes it and moves to one over. A disastrous triple bogey attempt here. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. So just a formality here. Six over par on the round right now. Now to the eighth and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realise that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Frank, this one's going too far left, it looks like.
Yeah, it was fine there for a little while, but if it keeps going left, it's doomed.
Pretty good result right there, considering...
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Nice position, short grass, second shot. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
From 105 out, Frank, safe to say he is not having his best day out here today. What kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway, maybe knock a couple of putts in, and then let it add up in your direction.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Locked in on the read and the speed. So with a make, moves to even par. Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Good effort and good par putt. Just a couple of feet. This would be a good time to reverse the slide. 5 over par on the day. Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicappers. We can all play here.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. This is a pretty long putt here. You'd be happy to get this to within 2 or 3 feet. You really want to take the stress out of that next putt. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Oh, now that is going to hurt.
Blixt for bogey. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Shouldn't be a problem here. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Drops it, and he's at even par. Clean this up with a tap. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. He struggled on the front, but a chance to regroup here on the inward half, Frank.
Well, if you look at a round of golf and you made a couple of double bogeys on the first or you made a couple of double bogeys on the end, it would still add up. Now, let's hope that the back nine is all gravy.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Setting up for this next approach, our featured player starting to pick it up after that less than stellar start to the round.
But as we know, Rich, golf is such a streaky game. Perhaps now this play can catch fire and put together some good holes in a row.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Here's the colorful Spaniard, Miguel Angel Jimenez, with the approach shot. Anything you do differently with your setup?
Just dig my feet into the sand a little bit more, but make sure you focus on the exact spot on the ball you want to hit.
Good looking shot right here. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. It's a good looking putt right here. You might like it. Go ahead and do that. What a putt. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
See if Bradley can make up some ground here. This one's for birdie. Nice birdie. Player is really on the move now, Frank, after a shaky beginning to the round.
They've dug themselves in a little bit of a hole, but they're starting to dig their way out of it. Great birdie.
Did the job right there. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300 plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's 2 levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
No fairway here, this one in that rough. That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. I'd see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Well, that's a smart shot. A lot of people would have tried to be a little more heroic from there, but there was no need.
Back on the fairway, back in play. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. This is the third for Jimenez. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. The 11th hole, Frank, what's the right way to get at it?
Just got to be cognizant of that ridge that cuts through the middle of this green, that sort of turns this green into one simple green and all these little complex sort of sections. That's the biggest thing, but that's also, you realize very, very quickly, you're playing links golf today.
Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it, send it.
Frank, he has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Be very happy with that one.
Yeah, lag putt, I mean, really, it's unrealistic to try and make those. So anytime you can two-putt from there is a good result.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That is a solid par putt right there. Keegan Bradley for par. -1 for the day. Nudge this one home, finish it up. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle. Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
So, Frank, trying to make 3 the conventional way, didn't have a go at this green. What's left now?
Just the yardage. If you've got a good yardage here, then all these undulations in this green really aren't that important. And that's the beauty of laying up. You've taken the risk off the tee and really the risk in and around this green. So a good second shot, distance control, and you're going to be well rewarded. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
See if Blixt can make a birdie here. Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going.
Just 5 feet left. Got it for par. Stays at 1 under with that par. On to the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay. It's a par 4, and they call this one Eagle Eye.
Yeah, dogleg to the right, beefy par 4. You hit it down to one of the widest fairways on the golf course. And then up in front, if you look at the middle of the green, you're going to see one bunker. Needless to say, that's got to be avoided.
Frank, it's a nice walk to make down the fairway when you can see your golf ball right there in the middle.
Rich, there's an old saying, fairway first. There's another example. Hit it in the fairway, and the game becomes very straightforward.
Just a beautiful tee shot. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Water fountains, lush green fairways, tall trees. That's not links golf, is it, Frank?
Yeah, undulations as well, bump and roll, firm and fast. Those are the things that normally you associate with links golf course. Plus, they're organic. They change in every season. Links golf course played in softer conditions is just a softer variety. It's not everything through the year. Links golf is really a type of golf that everybody can play. It's not just about power. It's as much about imagination, and it will reward every department of the game if played correctly.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Blixt now ready for his third shot. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, what's the best way to get at the 13th here?
Avoid those ridges left and right, or their mounds, should I say. That bunker that's well placed in the front of the green, obviously you've got to carry that, but this one you've really got to keep it in line with the middle of the green.
That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, it's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end there with a flag in it, that's where you're meant to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Just ideal. Good speed on that putt and just a tap in remaining. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has the shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Now he has this for double bogey. Too bad. 2 drop shots right there with a double bogey. Settles in over the putt. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. 1 under for the round. Frank, this is the 5th par 4 in a row, and they're not easy. This one here at 14, really a daunting tee shot.
It is. That's why it's called Cape Fair. A true Cape hole in golf, Rich, is when you've got to decide how much you want to bite off when you hit across a slight dogleg. And this one, really, you're going to be rewarded the further left you can go. There is one little bunker in the middle of the fairway that you have to avoid. That's going to be 320 or so yards off the tee. This hole, 546 yards, you're going to see a variety of second shots, or the length of second shots here, determined purely by the bravery of the tee shot.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. That one is going to end up in the rough. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, I see a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
He'll need to be strong with this.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just trying to aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Now the Swede with all sorts of personality, Jonas Blixt, getting set for his approach. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
This is the third for Jimenez. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here. Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back. He didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. This is a cross-country special. On the way. What a sensational putt that was, Frank.
Unbelievable. Pace, line, everything to perfection.
Keegan now to lose only one shot. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Been a rocky round. Just a little tap in here. So with that, 1 over par. Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich, I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
Down, lay down.
And it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Second shot, good look at the green. Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Second shot now for Jonas Blixt.
That's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Well, this one's tracking. This one has a chance, and he has it. Beautiful putt. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Oh, another one goes in.
Trying to limit the damage. This is for bogey. In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Frank, now a pretty short shot here into the 16th.
Yeah, green anything other than flat. Very narrow, skinny green. Also slopes left to right. You can use that to your advantage.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the green side bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. This one has a good line. This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Here's the man with the best ponytail in the game. He's also a pretty good putter. Miguel Angel Jimenez for birdie. Just a couple of feet. Those keep the round going, those par putts. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Just 2 holes left to play. Now a par 3, the 17th, 218 yards, and all sorts of trouble, Frank, down that right.
Well, if you weren't beached at 16th, at the 16th, and there's a chance you can be derailed, which is what this hole's called, at 17. Difficult par 3. You can see the bunker there in front, and once again, wind conditions. This is going to probably require one of the best tee shots, especially in the closing stages of the US Open.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3.
So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So 1 over par for the round. Settles in over the putt. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Pretty good result right there, considering
it looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
headed for the bunker. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Given the choice, most players would rather play from the green grass versus the white sand.
Yeah, there was no advantage to try and take that much more out of that fairway bunker. Couldn't reach the green. It's a smart play.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Playing a par 5, Frank, what happened on that third shot?
Yeah, it's a poor decision. But well, hopefully he can eradicate that from the memory banks and really knuckle down on this. Do not want to drop a shot or make 6 here.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Keegan Bradley ready to go with his approach. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Could it be? Oh, dude, that, what a putt. Miguel Angel Jimenez for par. Been a rocky round. 10-foot putt left. So just a formality here. Solid effort and reasonable result to stay at 1 over par. Well, Frank, this day had it all, didn't it?
It certainly did, Rich. It's always nice to play parkland golf where you play the ball through the air. But every now and again, when you get the opportunity to play a golf course like Chambers Bay and you get to see how the game was really invented, it can be played just as well along the ground as it can through the air. It's been fun.